Is there anything worse than the frickin'? Uh, is there anything worse at all than the Master System's engine?
Uh,
Okay,
Anything worse than the what?
the Master System's engine.
Probably
Oh,
not.
I can hear me. Okay, so yeah, I came through fine. Let me check you.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we're both here.
Sweet. Let's do this thing.
Yeah, the Master System sound chip is horrendous. Like, everything is this chirpy nonsense. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna randomly open this E screen by trashing the Master System.
Well, I mean, we could talk about how there was an East game on that thing, and it was a travesty.
Wait, East.
It did. Well, actually, the first East game I ever played was, I believe, is a NES ROM,
Oh
which
yeah,
is tragic.
There's the marvelous version of East 1.
Yeah.
It has completely different layouts than any other version.
And I don't think that ever came out in the US either.
It did not.
Yeah.
First US East release is... That's a really bad version.
Yeah, it really
Like,
is.
It's not much more tragic than listening to a...
I mean, really, we missed a lot of bad Easts.
Yeah, like... And we even got some of the baddies.
Several versions of 3, which this thankfully completely remade.
Yeah, well, really all of the versions of 3 before Oath are bad.
Yeah. Especially the Super Nintendo version.
Yeah, oh man, but like, they're all basically the same bad game.
It's true. And they just kind of have different things wrong. Like, I remember someone told me that the Genesis version was actually really good.
I
And
refuse to believe that because it's still fundamentally the same bad Zelda 2 knockoff.
yeah, it's... don't get me started on Zelda 2. It's kind of tragic, too, because Zelda 2 style isn't necessarily a bad idea.
Yeah. But it was bad for this.
Yeah.
Although, like, when you look at, like, Wanderers from East, which is the subtitle when it was East 3, like, it's kind of surreal to look at Wanderers from East after looking at Oath and Felghana and getting really used to that, because it's like, it's a much closer remake than you'd think.
It really is.
Because they basically just took it and made it more in East 6 style,
And it's
while making a better game than East 6.
and it really has all the same music from the original, too.
Same music, same areas, like, a lot of the art is very reflective one to the other.
I think even the majority of the bosses are the same.
Yeah, Oath and Felghana is so good.
These little bug things are gonna wreck me.
Wheels, what's the best East game?
This one.
Agreed. Although I haven't really played much Origin yet.
Yeah, Origin is really good. I think whether you like that one or more or not may depend on how much you've played like the original 2 East games. Since you're kind of going through the whole tower from the original game again, so even if it's completely different, it still kind of feels like a retread a bit.
Yeah.
It does have the whole different characters you can play as, which is nice.
Yeah. You have to play through with all of them to unlock something. Probably.
Another character, I think.
How do I play as adult?
I don't think you
I
can in
think
the main
they
game.
made it playable in at least one version.
There's only one version of Origins, though.
Well, like one of the re-releases.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Release history. Retail, released on December 21st, 2006 for Windows XP. An expansion disc was made available to owners of the first edition. A serial number had to be provided to request the other. The expansion disc added 2 new difficulty modes, an arena mode, alternate versions of the 3 main characters with upgraded skills, the ability to play as adult Christian in time attack and arena mode only, and a few additional secrets. The retail version has been re-released 3 times in order to support the new Windows operating systems Vista 7 and 8. Steam, released on May 31st, 2012. On top of the enhancements from the expansion disc, this release adds a fully localized translation, proper widescreen support, Steam achievements, enhanced gamepad support, and cloud save support. On January 12, 2015, Neo and Falcom announced this version of the game has sold over 200,000 copies worldwide.
Nice.
That's probably what's keeping them alive.
Yes. Not all the trails in the sky.
I want that to be keeping them alive. Remember when they announced East 8?
I do. Did they officially call it East 8, or is it just
They
New
didn't.
East?
I mean, for want of a better name.
Yeah, that's true. And it doesn't seem to be a remake of 5 or anything, so...
Oh man, we could finally have a decent version of Sand City Kelvin.
Yeah.
I've never played that. I've heard that it's like a weird half-step between, like, East 1 and 2 and East 6. Like, gameplay-wise, but I've heard it's also kind of crappy, so...
Ugh. Yeah, that actually finally got an English patch,
Yeah,
like last year.
Translation
or
like a year ago, it was weird.
Yeah.
Capture the heart title.
And the script is done by the same guy that he actually has translated like all the games.
Yeah, the one that they actually like used his script for Oath, I think.
Yeah, I actually got to do an interview for RP Gamer with him
It's probably pretty
a
cool.
few years ago. Yeah, it was pretty cool. He's definitely a big fan of this series.
Yeah, you kind of have to be.
Yeah.
Take that as one of the things you're going to do with your life.
Well, at least he finally got paid for it.
Yeah, that's good.
Translucent chest. I don't remember how to get this.
But yeah, 5 is the one that introduced, like, button to attack as well as jump. Like, within the same, like, gameplay style.
Yeah. Even if it didn't do it well, at least it...
It did introduce the formula which was refined upon.
Yeah.
Acquired Ruby.
Sweet. I'm glad I remembered how to get that.
Geez, I don't know if you have to get all of those, but...
No, you don't, but they're pretty helpful.
Yeah, I remember getting all of them anyway, just sort of by accident, because they're well placed. You know what I've been thinking about recently that was a really good game that I kind of want to play again?
What's that?
Brave Fencer Musashi for the PS1.
Yeah, that is a fun game.
Yeah. Never played the PS2 sequel. I've heard it's not as good, but I still kind of want to play it anyway.
I'm sure it's at least decent.
Yeah, everything I've heard is at least decent. Yeah, like, Brave Fencer was, like, one of those weird little, like, PS1 action RPGs where, like, it's got a lot of Zelda DNA, and it's just kind of fun.
Yeah. It actually came out, I believe, on PSN in Japan.
Yeah, and that's tragic, because they didn't bring it out in America.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, it might be the same issue that supposedly holds back Mega Man Legends, which is the way the voice acting residuals contracts were drawn up means that it wouldn't actually be profitable to re-release.
Well, that just sucks.
Yeah. Like, hooray, voice actors getting paid, but I don't play the game.
Well, if that's the case, then why aren't the 2 Saga Frontier games with no voice acting on US PSN?
Wazoo.
I hate this boss. I hate this boss. I hate this boss.
I've been tempted to hack my PSP just to play, like, Saga Frontier. This boss is hard even when it's not doing, like, a third of your health in one hit.
Yeah. I think when I originally played this game, and I originally played this game on a hard, I got stuck here for a while.
You do that all the time. You like, oh man, I'm just gonna play the game on hard, regardless of how well you know the game. It's just like, I swear that has stalled you on so many games. It's baffling to me that you continue.
It's true. All right, I'm gonna have to level a little. This is ridiculous.
You haven't even hit him yet, I don't think. Okay, yeah, you have hit him. I'm not sure how much damage.
It's doing like 3 damage a shot.
Yeah. Try trying this fight without realizing how to use magic.
Yeah, bad.
That happened the first time I tried playing.
Oh no. Now imagine playing that fight in 2D, where you have to do sword strikes super close.
How much Wanderers from East did you play?
Not that much. Like
Did you try Dawn Beast?
Yes, a while back. I need to play some more of that one at some time.
I always heard that one's good.
Yeah, it's good and not even the official one at this point.
Yeah, well, to be fair, it was never the official one. The official one for a long time was Master of the Sun.
Yeah.
Which, definitely the worst version of East 4.
Well, we got a better version now, and that's all that matters.
Although it's hard to say whether it beats Dawn of East, because I've heard some impressive things about Dawn of East.
Yeah.
Kokita is my issue with it is that I miss being able to jump.
Yeah, and kind of sad about that game is it got a Vita TV patch in Japan.
And not in America?
No, I guess I don't know exactly what's preventing them from. I think it's just that Falcom doesn't have the resources available to take care of it.
Yeah, I think you'd want XSEED to go about doing it if anyone was going to.
Yeah, well, XSEED on their forums they actually post a lot about it, like just.
Oh, that's cool.
It's cool because companies don't usually explain that, but they actually went into detail about what the issue is. Essentially,
Which is nice because it means people don't get the I can't think of an explanation, therefore there isn't one.
Yeah.
Which is so common on the internet.
Yeah. It's sad, but Falcom's still a small company, so what are they gonna do?
200,000 copies of East Origin on Steam was enough for them to feel like it was worth announcing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they're publicly traded, but still not that big.
They're like a publicly traded indie company.
Yeah, essentially.
Like their design and the way they've gone about existing is the sort of thing that can really only exist when fans of the kind of game that you're making are the people making the game.
Yeah. I saw an interview recently that was pretty interesting about Falcom.
Do tell.
I think it was on US Gamer.
Oh yeah, that would probably be the place.
Yeah. Just talking about how... Oh, what the heck did it talk about? Now I'm drawing a blank. I only remember that it was cool.
Watching a lot of Nintendo recently. That's been kind of fascinating.
Oh, nice.
You ever watch that?
No.
It's just a guy playing through every English and Japanese Famicom and NES release in order, chronological order.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
And it gives you this fascinating look at this is how the system progressed. In a way that you could never really do otherwise.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. I
Although,
feel like he must have reached East by this point. I just haven't seen it. Every episode's like an hour.
So is he doing Japanese games too?
Yeah, like I said, every Japanese and English release.
Nice.
It starts in 1980.
How far has he made it?
I think he's in 89.
Okay, damn.
There's 48 episodes at this point, and all of them are an hour. So, just for reference.
Yeah. Nice.
There's much more sporadically updated side projects, Prawn Sega and Prawn Turbo. And the thing that you run into is that, like, after about 5 one-hour episodes, we've already gone from Master System launch to Mega Drive launch.
Oh,
There's
mess.
just not that much on the Master System.
No.
And all of it's bad.
Didn't that get some of the terrible Game Gear Sonic games?
It did, but those are in, like, 1990, they're post-Mega Drive launch.
Okay.
But they're just nonsense, like... The Master System's launch titles as the Mark III, the SG-1000 Mark III, are, like... They're Teddy Boy Blues, and... But, you know, something equally, like, silly. They're both my card games.
Wow.
You know, Master System had the card games as well as the cartridge games. And the thing I didn't realize, there's only 14 of those card games. They're all in the first year and then they're never used again.
Wow.
You know, he also does, like, when he starts a new system, he does a quick technical overview, which was interesting because I never realized why, you know, I always knew that the Genesis had kind of a limited color palette, because, you know, it can do, like, 52 on screen at once, 64, something like that. And that always bothered me. I don't really like the Genesis color palette.
Yeah.
But I never quite realized, like, one of the TurboGrafx' big advantages was that it can display a lot more colors on screen. Like
Really?
400.
Doesn't seem like it.
It does, though, if you look at it, because its color palette tends to be really bright and visually, like, pleasing, which is, like, the issue I had with the Genesis, that it's got it's a limited palette that is really saturated with dark green and brown.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Genesis.
You've still got good games, but I wish your color palette was better.
Yep.
Remember when they remade Phantasy Star 1 and 2 for the PS2?
I do, and we never got them.
Yeah, someone did a fan patch for the PS2 version of Phantasy Star 1, though.
Ooh, I'm definitely gonna have to play that sometime.
And I looked it up, like, because, like, I was having a discussion with people and they thought that no one had ever done that. I looked it up and I was like, wow, this website is eye-searingly yellow. Phantasy Star 1 has the best thing ever, though, because it has the part where, like, you go through a town that everyone's just like, yeah, that guy likes doing experiments on animals, and you talk to him and he's just like, give me your cat. And if you do, it's just meow die. That was always the weird thing about Phantasy Star, is that if a character died, they actually did die. Like, there was no implication that they had somehow miraculously survived. You just went to a cloning station that had their brain data. I wish there were more good Phantasy Star games.
Yeah. Like not Phantasy Star 3, my first Phantasy Star game.
Oh yeah, that terrible story that you told many a time.
Yeah.
But, like, PSO is good for what it is. It's not really my cup of tea, but, like, I wish that we had gotten more, like, good single-player ones.
Yeah.
Like, Felghana still makes good stuff.
It's true. Has she even done anything recently other than Seventh Dragon?
I remember the last thing I remember her name being attached to was, you know, the same thing it was attached to for everyone. It was Valkyria.
Was she involved with Valkyria?
I'm pretty sure she was.
I thought it was just like the Skies of Arcadia team, but not necessarily her. I could be wrong though. I know she's involved with the first Seventh Dragon. I don't know if she's involved with either of the sequels.
Oh, the 2020s?
Yeah. This wasn't anime enough sequels, I guess.
Well, it was super anime. It was just a different kind of anime.
Yeah.
Like, 2020 went much more for, like, teenage, like, angsty sci-fi anime. Okay, I know for a fact that Reiko Kodama has to have a Wikipedia page, because I refuse to accept the idea that she doesn't.
If not, then somebody needs to get on that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's Rieko. Okay, that would explain it. It's Rieko Kodama.
Okay.
Okay, her most recent game is 7th Dragon 2020, but apparently not 2022.
Interesting.
See, I'm looking at all of her games. She was a character designer for Alex Kidd in Miracle World. Just a good one. Fantasy Zone. Oh, this is a great note that Wikipedia lists for Fantasy Zone 2, The Tears of Opa Opa, which is exact role unknown. Let's see, after that we have Fantasy Star, which, you know, super good. Incredibly ahead of its time.
Yep.
Then the poor woman's put on frickin' Miracle Warriors, which is a vastly inferior thing to her own game.
Ooh.
Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Miracle Warriors, but it's a shockingly primitive RPG. Like, I think it's originally from 1984. It got ported to the Master System. It's really, like, the grindiest thing ever. Like, oh my gosh, Miracle Warriors is a piece of work.
It sounds awful.
But yeah, like, for some, I thought that predated, like, Wikipedia claims that it postdates Fantasy Star on the Master System, and I'm not sure I believe that. But yeah, she did, like, certain anime designs for the Master System version. Oh man, she got put on Altered Beast. That's unfortunate.
Ooh.
Rise from your grave.
Ugh.
Oh man, she was a graphic designer on Shadow Dancer. I really like that game.
Oh, nice.
Also did some design on Sonic Hedgehog.
Sonic
as well as
Boom.
art for
Sonic
the Hedgehog.
Boom. Sonic Boom.
I wonder if there was ever going to be a Sega CD Fantasy Star. It's kind of weird that didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, I ran all the way back to town thinking I had... Oh, I do have enough money for better armor.
It won't save you.
Sure, well. Better armor and a new sword.
I am seeing implications that there may have been a plan for Phantasy Star 4 to be a Sega CD game at some point.
I would believe it.
There is a GamePro magazine's article for it on there is an image for preview for it from GamePro in 1992 that labels it Phantasy Star 4: The Return of Alice.
Interesting.
Software, the biggest news by far was the Phantasy Star RPG series, which is thing Sega has towards Final Fantasy, with 2 Mega CD titles announced as being in development. More notable of the two was the all-new title, The Return of Alice, which was to take place immediately after the events depicted in Phantasy Star 3 and tell the story the fight against a revival of the intergalactic slave trade. The new installment in the saga would be 20 times the size of the earlier game and would incorporate both audio and anime clips.
Could have been cool.
Yeah. But it didn't happen.
Nope.
Then again, the PS4 we got sounds more interesting than the PS4 they had.
Yeah, that's true.
The plot here is less interesting. Okay, she directed the Saturn Magic Knight Earth.
That was a good game. Really, really good game.
Yeah.
Shockingly.
Well, not really shockingly. I mean, it was on it.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, it's also basically impossible to play nowadays. It was, in America, the last English release. Thank you, Victor Ireland.
Yes. I actually had to get my...
It was a launch game in Japan, by the way.
Was it? Oh my god.
It might have been.
Wow. I actually had to get my disc replaced for that. Which...
Oh, man. Send it along with, a picture of your middle finger to Victor Ireland.
No, I think they actually sent me the disc without having to send the other one in.
Do you still have it?
Like the scratch one? I don't think so.
No, I mean the...
Oh yeah, I still have it, for sure.
But Yeah, no, I'd love to play this, but it's never gonna happen.
Saturn.
Like, I wish that what I would like to see is for someone to just, like, some boutique, like, manufacturer to just make more Saturns.
Yeah.
Like a new one. There's no way for that to ever be sustainable, profitable, or even remotely logical. But
Nope, because that is a weird beast of a machine.
yeah, like, if it was made using standard parts, that would be a thing someone would do. But they were custom. I think at least some parts were custom, and the other ones were weird. And they were assembled in a weird fashion, which is why the thing took forever to become down in price.
No, that reminds me. I think there's some kind of Falcom collection for Saturn. I've been meaning to pick up.
Of course, it would be on Saturn.
Of course.
Why would it be anywhere else? Phantasy Star Generation 1, Phantasy Star Generation 2. There was going to be a Phantasy Star Generation 4. That didn't happen.
Yeah, that sucks.
I like how we got, like, every other crappy 3D remake, but not the actually good-looking Phantasy Star Generations 1 and 2.
Of course. I swear, didn't some other company bring one of those Sega Generation things over?
There is the Sega something collection that brought over a bunch of the really bad ones. Yeah, Sega Classics collection. Which brought over a bunch of the 3D Ages games.
Ugh.
Brought over 3D Monaco GP, 3D Fantasy Zone, 3D Space Harrier, 3D Golden Axe, 3D Banana Brothers, 3D Columns, 3D Virtua Racing, 3D Outrun, and 3D Alien Syndrome. They're all really, really bad! Like, the closest thing to decent, from what I've heard on that one, is frickin' Fantasy Zone. But, like, they're all clearly the victims of, like, an absolutely tiny budget.
Ugh.
Virtua Racing!
Let's try this boss again.
I love the frickin' Virtua Racing, like, opening screen. Virtua Racing!
Daytona!
Let's go away. You know what's a really good song, though? Magical Sound Shout. AKA frickin' Outrun songs. All those good. All of them.
I hate when this boss throws these things in the air, and then I jump right into them.
Because you're jumping too early.
Yeah.
I think they're supposed to be tracking you. Also, this fight is going to take 800 years at this rate.
Nope. Okay, yes, probably.
Your individual attacks are just so...
Wrecked.
One, they miss about half the time, and two...
Yeah,
they don't do much when they hit.
I'm having a lot of trouble aiming them.
Rip.
Jump too early. Weird sideways shots, messing me up. I could not aim these shots.
Aim better! I think we're looking footage of Phantasy Star Generation 1.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, this frickin' Phantasy Star Generation 1 looks perfectly respectable. This looks like a good way to play the video game. Oh man, it's still got the first-person dungeon.
Nice.
Like, even these look like better 3D than most of the Sega 3D Ages. game. Time to look at Generation 2. Is that a good English patch? Fairly similar art style to PSG 1. Oh man, I forgot they changed the main character's official name in the English version of Fantasy Star 2.
Did they?
Yeah, he's called like Rolf in the US version. In Japan his name's like Lucius. It's kind of weird.
Alright, I think I'm gonna gain 1 level before trying this boss again.
You're getting better at it?
But not bringing that life bar down very far at all.
You got to like a third. I'm sure it's gonna have enough cash.
Sweet.
But I won't. Oh well.
Oh. Sad face. Can't wait to play that. Okay, there's at least someone. Okay, there's an incomplete written translation so far. Of.
Generation 2.
I hope that eventually gets a patch because I imagine the original is kind of hard to go back to these days.
It's a tough game to go back to. It's tough. Okay, all I can say is they are working on it.
Excellent.
Now the 3 files. And yeah, this was updated fairly recently.
So I'm gonna say, hope Xseed gets East 6 on Steam at some point.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't.
Yeah. Yes, I thought they hired their own programmer to do a lot of the Steam stuff.
Programmer can do, given how much stuff that they've probably got them doing.
Yeah, that's true. But I really like.
So I was pretty sure that E6 already has a PC port.
It was originally on PC.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't really be what they need the programmer for.
Well, I think they just have to like do all the Steam stuff, essentially.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if Falcom itself was willing to do that.
Quite possible. And that's a nice version of that game. I like it better than
Probably
the
the best
PS2
version
version.
of it.
Probably. Certainly not the PSP version.
PSP version would be great if it didn't have horrendous load times.
Yeah.
so weird to like play that and then play one of the actual Falcon produced ones because they
Oh my
look
God.
similar, but
It's night and day.
yeah, pretty much. I always liked getting good at murdering things because the weird chaining system that gets you bonus stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I can grind better if I grind faster.
Exactly.
Good video game.
Very good video game. Possibly underrated.
Well, mostly because no one rated it. No
That's
one
true.
played it. It's just got a dedicated cult base.
Yeah. Man, remember all the drama related to the original fan translation of this game?
No, I don't actually.
I guess whoever was doing the programming for the patch, like,
Yeah.
had it behind like a paywall. Like you had,
Oh, that's gross.
yeah, like you had to donate to get access to the patch, and
That's gross.
basically weren't supposed to release it to anyone else.
Like, I understand wanting to get paid for your work, but on the other hand, like, this is someone else's copyrighted thing. You can't do
Yeah.
that. Like, making an English translation is like, you have to do it with the understanding that you legally don't really have right to do anything with your work other than release it for free.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they even had like an open source license somewhere in the installer, so
Oh, now that's just 8 times gross.
yeah.
Yeah, like that's stupid.
Yeah, but it
Just to hear it.
I basically never got any updates after that because the dude was so pissed. Whoops.
Bro, if you have that kind of talent and you want to use it, get a programming job.
Yeah.
Like, I understand wanting to get paid for your work. Like, totally go and do something that will get you paid.
Yes.
Don't do something that you legally can't get paid for and then complain when people won't pay you for it. The DS version of East 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It's not a great version, but I grabbed it because it had a different version of the soundtrack.
Yeah, it's not terrible, and it's kind of interesting to play it with like actual button presses for attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't quite work. They don't really have enough range, but it's
Yeah.
interesting nonetheless. Like, Chronicles is easily the version that people should be playing.
Oh yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
they're very nostalgic, in which case they can play Book 1 and 2 for the graphics.
Or you really want ugly 3D that the DS version has.
Oh, the travesty.
Yeah.
Like, the thing that the DS was never good at was 3D. Why did you do this?
Yes. Like this isn't an Oath and Felghana case where they moved it to 3D and it looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's very ugly.
It's very low budget.
But hey, it's still East. It's still got that soundtrack, so I guess.
It came with a soundtrack for 1 and 2, and that justified the purchase.
Oh yeah. I've taken way too long to gain this one level. Better be worth it. But it certainly was for the last boss, where I was getting wrecked, gained one level, and then beat it on the first try. After I got that insulting achievement,
Play a different game.
you should probably consult an FAQ.
I think the best achievement I ever got was I was playing Fear on Xbox 360, and I got an achievement for accidentally blowing myself up with a grenade 5 times. It gives you the Suicide King achievement.
That's awesome.
I love achievements that are, like, less achievements and more like, haha, look at what this loser did. The lollipop chainsaw one for trying to look up Juliet's skirt.
What is the achievement there?
The name is something like, I swear I wasn't trying to.
God. That is a funny game.
Yeah. That's a very Suda 51 move.
Yeah.
I swear I did it by mistake. I'm just remembering, I think the most insulting one I ever saw was for the game Bullet Witch. I'm not sure if you even know what that is, because
vaguely
no one should have. So, like, Bullet Witch had the the traditional progressively harder difficulty achievement. So you got, oh man, this doesn't list the names. It's like the insulting thing with what this one was called. So like, you beat it on easy, you get 50 points. You beat it on, hard, you get 150. You beat it on chaos, you get 250. And if you do hell, which is the one you do afterwards, you get 1 point. And that achievement is called Golf Clap.
That's awesome. Golf clap.
I remember the first time that anyone thought achievements had done anything interesting to the game was Dead Rising.
Oh, Dead Rising.
That was the first time that they weren't just obligatory things, like being things on certain difficulties, doing certain side quests, but they were like weird ways of playing the game.
Yeah. Wasn't there one where you had to kill a ridiculous number of zombies?
Zombie Genocider, which became a meme among people making achievements.
Really?
So like, yeah, so like the first time you start Dead Rising, you can listen to a news report that says that Willamette City has like a population of 53,594 people. You get the Zombie Genocider achievement if you manage to kill 53,594 zombies in one 3-day cycle. Now, other achievements kept referencing that.
Interesting.
So, like, I'm trying to find some of the other games that referenced it. I know Rock Band did, where if you did, like, 53,594 or so hammer-ons or pull-offs, it would give you Hopocidal Maniac.
Trying this boss
like,
again.
But yeah, like, it was weird, because, like, it was this meme that was exclusive to people making achievements. I'm gonna go look at what these list of achievements there were. Carjacker, steal the convict's vehicles. Census taker, photograph 50 survivors. Clothes horse, change into all costumes available in the mall. Costume party, place novelty masks on at least 10 zombies. Frank the Pimp, simultaneously escort 8 female survivors. Now that one's mean, because that one's really hard to do. Because, like, the way that works is 8 survivors is the max that can trail Frank before the game just won't let you take on more. And getting 8, like, survivor escorts that are available at once, let alone 8 female survivor escorts available at once, is actually really hard. And I think may actually require you to kill the male companion. May eat all types of food available in the mall.
I hate you, boss.
Helicopter, which Hella is spelled like Hella.
Yeah.
Successfully repel a helicopter. Endorsement. Spent at least 24 hours indoors.
Ah!
Marathon runner cover a distance of 26.2 miles.
Yes.
Perfect gunner, don't miss the machine gun. I seem to recall the way that people worked that one out was that there's certain things you can shoot that don't break but are still considered valid targets to be considered an accurate hit. So they would just empty a machine gun and go with those. Raining zombies. Knock at least 30 zombies aside with a parasol. This boss.
This boss is... It's just so tough because there's like no breaks. It's just attack, 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 attacks.
Even if it's like not a huge number of like possible variants, you just never get a breather.
Yeah. So it's really hard to do.
Saint get 50 survivors out of them all. Strike sent at least 10 zombies flying the bowling balls.
Ah! Uh-oh. I don't remember what this attack was. Oh. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Rip.
I don't know how to deal with those stupid tornadoes.
Oh
I forget.
no. Let me look at it to see if I can remember. Yeah, no, I don't remember how to deal with those. And of course, he doesn't get them until he's partway through his health bar.
Might have to attack him with a sword or something.
That seems silly.
think you might just have to dodge the tornadoes, I'm not sure.
Good luck.
Yeah, it does not look easy to deal with.
Prepare to get a double kill.
Stop throwing the higher ones.
Nope, too bad.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Rip in peace.
Is there like a tell when she's gonna throw one of the higher ones? I'm trying to tell.
I can observe if you want me to.
Sure.
Those animations appeared largely identical.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Alright, I can do this. I can do this. Whoops. Apparently not, because I just returned the title.
You can't do this. You don't have what it takes. It's okay.
Yeah, and the worst part is I can go and do another level, but it's not gonna do a whole ton.
Majora's Mask 3D is on the eShop.
Oh no.
Oh, I don't have cash. It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times.
I looked out and got the edition with the Skull Kid statue.
Give it to me. It's mine now.
It is true that I hate Majora's Mask, but not really.
What?
No, I really don't. I just do that to annoy Beat.
Why? He's already angry at everything anyway.
That's true. Oh god. Okay, my jump button stopped working. It's
Oh,
not.
love it.
I'm gonna start blaming the controller now. Oh god! If I get hit first, then I gotta start over. It's bad juju. Wish the game recorded how many times I am trying this boss. Oh come on! Stop throwing the high ones.
Nope, too bad. Get good. Get good.
I think you're right. I think it does do some kind of tracking, so it could just be jumping way too early. And maybe standing too far away.
You're standing too far away.
Don't stand so. Don't stand so.
Don't stand so close to me. Don't stand so. Don't stand so close to me. Yeah.
Hey guys, this boss fight isn't hard enough. Let's add in some tornadoes. Wow. I swear there's some strategy to this I'm not remembering. I may have to beg you to look up an FAQ.
Nope. You must live with your anger.
It's rough, McGruff, Chicago, Illinois. Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to give up shortly. I'm gonna start heading into the start to do worse zone.
gone into the you suck. You suck.
Alright, that's it. I'm doing it. I'm looking up in FAQ.
Baby.
Yeah, I agree.
Just the worst.
Do. How to not suck at East.
Google. Please help me.
Help me, Google. You're my only hope. This one recommends using charged attacks, so we're going to try that. Okay. Well, if I could dodge anything, maybe that would work. If I could aim the charged attacks, that might work. Yeah, that definitely seems to do damage a lot faster.
What was it?
Just doing the charged attacks, which I didn't think were working before, but I think it's kind of just a problem of I wasn't aiming them very well.
You live within the trash.
I'm Oscar?
Yes. I'm Oscar.com.
Alright, we got
There's
this.
a website that's... What the heck is this? Oh, it's the thing I'm looking at. They registered a website for Arrested Development that's I'mStillOscar.com.
You'll see in a second.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just tried to blitz it to the end.
Yeah. Almost got there. Alright, I can do this.
Can you?
Probably. In theory.
No one's seeing this, and it's for the best because it's just been us shooting the braces for power.
Oh, this is gonna go up on YouTube. On the tubes.
That's So, NXT, right, thoughts?
Awesome. Interesting ending.
Match.
The Baylor Neville match, mostly for Finn's entrance.
Seem to be enjoying setting up situations where Reigns and Bryan have to team up. That's like always just a weird thing that they do before two people have a grudge match.
Yeah.
It's just, oh,
Yes!
now you have to team up. Oh, you want.
Yes!
Now just look forward to 13 more times like this.
Honestly, none of the bosses require that much. Just like jump, 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 jump.
You say as though that will stop you from losing.
That's true. There are some pretty nasty bosses in this game.
Much. Tag team turmoil match. Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan versus Miz and Mizdow.
Oh, imagine if the game threw a fight against Chester right here and completely wrecked me. That'd be evil.
I wish that had happened. I forget what his whole name is. It's just Chester.
Oh, he just said it, but I'm skipping through the text too fast. No, I'll probably end the stream soon, now that people have seen me fight that boss about 70 times.
Yeah. There's the reason I just started looking through the internet. We call him Chester Chestingfield.
Chester McChester.
Yes.
Joey Jojo Shabadoo?
Had them tag team against two tag teams?
Tag Team Turmoil, yo.
I didn't know that was like a standard match type. I just thought that was a weird phrase they came up with.
No, it's just a tag team gauntlet. Essentially.
Yeah. Gauntlet matches aren't really common though. So
Yeah, that's true. It's weird, it wasn't... I thought maybe they were gonna do, oh, it's for the #1 contendership for the tag titles or something. Nope, just to see who's the best tag team. Apparently.
And then they had Reigns and Bryan go over the tag team champions.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh my gosh, how many were in this?
Like everyone.
Yeah, like I'm looking at this. Like Miz and Mizdow, Usos, then Los Matadores, then Heath Slater and Titus O'Neil, then The Ascension, then Kane and Big Show. They won all of them. They won all of them.
Hey guys, let's make our tag team division look like trash.
It's almost like they're the two top baby faces in the company right now.
Huh. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream/recording there. Thank you for watching me fail at that boss a million times.